Well, we're taking a look right now at temperatures across the state of Kansas, mostly in the 70s, and a few spots just managing to barely get towards around 80 or so. We've been slowly cooling down here since the middle part of this past week. Nothing that's considered cold for this time of year, but definitely not quite as warm as the lower 90s that we had seen earlier on here this past week on Wednesday. We're going to continue to drop those temperatures over the next several days here, sort of accelerating how fast we expect those to decrease, probably bottoming out sometime here in the middle 60s by Wednesday, and then by the end of the week here, Thursday to Friday, we should start to recover a little bit, but still no sign of any sort of heat that we had seen recently. And what's going to help cause that acceleration of temperatures dropping is going to be some rain moving through the area here over the next several days. Now, most of Saturday has been dry and pleasant, but we are probably going to see at least a few isolated showers and maybe some weak thunderstorms later tonight here as severe weather is ongoing further to our south. However, any sort of severe weather is not going to be making it to the area until tomorrow evening across northeast Kansas, still remaining in an enhanced 3 out of 5 outlook here across the entirety of our area, indicating very high confidence that we are going to see some widespread severe weather across the area. Now, as of right now, the greatest threat seems to be large hailstones between 2 and 4 inches in diameter are possible, with most of northeast Kansas in particular sort of in that bullseye for the biggest threat here. But of course, strong winds, 60 to 70 mile per hour gusts, as well as a few tornadoes are also going to be possible. But we'll take you through the supercast here starting tonight. Again, a few isolated storms may be possible, but the brunt of anything should be missing us further to the south. I don't expect any of those to come anywhere close to severe status. And as we head towards the rest of Sunday here after the morning hours, possibly a little bit of rain lingering, we should be mostly dry until around 4 to 6 p.m. when that is going to be the time frame for some of these storms to start firing off. Isolated at first, but I do think they are going to start expanding in their coverage across the area, intensifying as they do so. We could see a few supercells out of this, and then for the rest of the night after, we do see that threat of severe weather decrease, but there is going to be a possibility here that we could see some training thunderstorms, meaning that we have sort of a situation, what we saw back in the beginning of April over parts of Clay Center and the western parts of the viewing area, of some storms moving over the same location. That could be a separate issue on its own with a flash flooding risk. But then heading into Monday, we have another chance of severe storms later on in the afternoon. This time probably a little more towards the nighttime hours, but the same risks right now look to be applying: strong winds, large hail, as well as tornadoes, virtually encompassing the same area here as what we're going to see on Sunday. And of course, the flash flooding risk is something we're watching too. Regardless of if those storms train or not, I think we will have accumulations of around 2 inches by Monday night after those 2 severe threats have passed. So for tonight, isolated showers and maybe a few storms, nothing severe. By tomorrow, however, we are going to be watching for those storms to really intensify quite a bit as high temperatures are a little bit cooler. Back-to-back days of severe weather